Secret Project Robot, who I run with my friend Eric and our friend Atan and our friend Doug and our friend Fitz. And we started this space about 4 years ago as a sort of experimental music noise space that ended up having more art shows, and it seemed like there was a need for that in the community. So we started sort of having cooperative events where there was always music and sort of interactive things along with art. And it's sort of taken off in the community. We've seen there was like a demand for it in Williamsburg because of the gentrification process. This show actually came about 5 or 6 years ago. A group of our friends started just like hanging out together and drawing pictures. And they started doing this thing like every sort of weekend there'd be like a different brunch and people would bring pictures in together and they would collaborate on them. And the idea was sort of just having something to do while you're sitting around a table as opposed to sitting there and drinking or whatever. And it sort of ended up taking off really well because all the drawings ended up looking great, and it was sort of this spirit of collaboration that was void of like the usual artistic ego that's involved in creating things. So we started doing it more often at different places. Recently, it's been at Monster Island. There's like a bar that's around the corner that was called Checks Cashed. And that night had a DJ night that was called Violence Grows, where each DJ would only play one song, and there was one piece of paper, and everybody would collaborate on that same piece of paper. So that was like 20 different people, 20 different artists. The idea was just always having different people drawing pictures and sort of sacrificing their usual sort of artistic feelings towards like a greater whole. And all of them ended up turning out really well. So Drawing Brunch, or Welcome to Drawing Brunch at Secret Project Robot, ended up being August 2008, which is the show that you're sort of presently looking at. And we put it together as a way for everybody in the community to come see what like a community of artists and a community of people who actually or traditionally call themselves like non-artists, like they think they hate to draw, can come together and just really hang out and make art together. And we were really excited about how they turned out. So all the tables are set up so that when people come into the show, they can add to the whole art show. And the idea is that in a year or so, we're going to try and get a grant so that we can put all of these images into a book, and we will have Welcome to Drawing Brunch book. So for this particular show, we thought that it was better for the show not to be stagnant. We wanted to have like a lot of different events because, you know, it's Drawing Brunch. So each weekend for the show, we've asked a different group of people to host or curate a drawing brunch, as it were. So this weekend, our friends Maya, Wolfie, Allison, and Arthur are going to come in, and like it's probably going to be really mellow. Sometimes more people show up than others. But the idea is just that they're going to hang out and have bagels and coffee, probably beer, and people can sit down and draw pictures and listen to music. And then the following weekend, our friend Chris Uphughes is also hosting a brunch, and he's going to have a barbecue, and there's going to be like probably movies going, because we thought it'd be fun to have like barbecue and cartoons and drawing and pictures. Our friend Atan will be in town for August 30th, and that's going to be the closing of this show. And Atan is going to make like a traditional Irish breakfast, and all of our friends are going to be here, and we invite like everybody in the community to come. And it'll be like a really fun, like probably an all-day event, and sort of just really the idea is that like we want to create a community where people feel like they can come in and have drinks and like actually enjoy in the process of making art, as opposed to just like coming in with your hands behind your back and staring at the walls. So we're really trying to engage the community in a different way than a traditional gallery would necessarily do by this show.